Okay, we're just approaching Mountview Cemetery, which is right on the edge of Blair Road Neighbourhood. Right. Blair Road is just over there. The neighborhood is behind us, and the cemetery is here, and it's a big, giant cemetery that actually, if as far as cemeteries go, it's like, you know, it's actually a nice place to walk through, bike through that marsh that I mentioned, the Devil's Creek area with the trail is right there, and it's basically like part of West Galt, this cemetery, and it's Blair Road, and it is extensive. It's very captivating. It's got like lots of, you know, gravestones.
This borders the Blair Road neighborhood, and as soon as we get to the other side of the cemetery, you'll see the size of the houses change.
Oh yeah.
And that's no longer the Blair Road neighborhood. That's the West Galt,
Salisbury, Lansdowne, Victoria Park. Yeah, we're between two neighborhoods. It sort of bisects the neighborhoods with this sort of, and then you have this sort of tree area here with the with sort of a gully. That if you were to go...
That's the Blair Road, or the Devil's Creek waterway below.
Yeah, there's a waterway there. The marsh is right there. There's a hill here that if you were to, like, you know, kind of... You could like, you know, trip and fall down this hill, and that would be bad.
You can tell we're in the Carolinian forest zone because of the size of the hills in Cambridge.
Yeah, the hills get more hilly, and then there's this sort of like view here of the cemetery going down. We're on a slope, right? We're on a ridge right here, and there's some really cool trees in this cemetery. That's actually my favorite part of the cemetery, which is the trees, because these trees are huge. And so there's something about the cemetery where there's like these huge, interesting looking trees, like blue spruce type trees, cedar.
There's the columbarium.
There's a fly trying to get me.
Columbarium.
A columbarium there. What do they do there? Oh, you're like in the thing.
Drawer, and you put your body in there.
You get your own drawer.
Your ashes.
So if you don't want to be like under the ground, it's decoration rules. There's some rules there.
Yeah. Watch this houses change in
right
size
yeah
now.
So we're getting into the Victoria Park neighborhood now, and suddenly you're going to see some bigger houses, and it gets a little bit fancier over here.
But we're going to go around the whole perimeter of the Blair Road neighborhood now.
Okay, so we're doing like
So that's the Victoria Park neighborhood on the left.
That's Victoria Park, yeah.
And now we're going to go around the perimeter of Blair Road neighborhood.
Right. Okay.
So you can say that, and then you can cut me up.
No, you said it. It's fine.
Okay.
Picked you up.
So these are the houses along the ridge of the Devil's Creek waterway, which goes right through the middle of the Blair Road neighborhood.
Yeah.
Toward the river, which is below.
Right. These houses are...
Blair Road neighborhood. This is the Victoria Park.
Yeah. Coming up on those train tracks, and I'll just kind of keep filming the houses over here. Basically, you can go. Yeah, so these houses are basically, you know, quite, you know, they're quite expensive, I would say. Because they're very, the lots are big, the houses are, you know, large and unique, and they have property backing onto the Devil's Creek trail. There's the trail itself. You can bike down there. Goes through the marsh, takes about 10 minutes. The train is here. Everyone likes to stop and wait for the train, or people will stop and look at the train. This basically is, you know, few seconds of excitement for the locals.
So you could say that this is the new Blair Road extension. Now that you'll see how it looks, Blair Road is now evolving into this new type of neighborhood.
Right, we're out of Victoria Park neighborhood. We're entering this Blair Road extension neighborhood, which is out Blenheim Road, which we're on right now. They're still working on it. They made this sort of like sculpture here, which is pretty cool. This indicates that you're,
Still in Blair Road.
You're still technically in Blair Road, and then we're gonna go down Bismark, which we were on previously, into the neighborhood, which is called, not sure what it's called.
Well, it's probably just Blair Road Neighborhood again.
I think I saw a
They might
sign.
change the name of it. I don't know.
Well, we'll see if there's a
It's
sign.
kind of big. It's going to be all houses everywhere, as far as you can see.
Yeah, they've been developing this for a couple of years.
But notice the trees are the edge of the Devil's Creek waterway swamp.
Yeah.
The walking trails.
Right, so they've been working on this whole area, and there's a few little, marshes and bogs and ponds and stuff that they, kept in here. There's one over that way that I like, actually. This is Newman, right? So Newman actually starts here, or ends here, starts here,
Yeah.
and goes way over there and wraps around. But yeah, this is all new stuff. Like past year, this has come up.
So that's a marsh they're going to leave, I guess. It's all wetlands down there.
Yep, there's the wetlands for the ducks and the geese.
That's what the Carolinian zone is like. Even though it's got steep rolling hills, it's got water pockets sitting on top of some of the hills too.
Yeah.
Because the ground is mainly limestone.
Yeah.
It's got a lot of holes in it.
Right, because I think we're on the Canadian Shield, aren't we?
We're part of it, yes.
So there's a lot of rocks.
Yes.
We're basically on a big rock, and at some point a million years ago, some of the glaciers were pushing the rocks around, and a lot of them got dumped around here, and they popped up, and then they've been on people's lawns. They built houses around them. They sell them around here. If you go to shout out to the guys on Avenue Road. What are they called again? The Avenue Road Rock place.
I forget. Avenue Road Rocks.
Something rocks.
Grand Valley Rocks.
Grand Valley Rocks. And yeah, so we're just kind of on the perimeter of the neighborhood.
We're going to go right to the very edge of the neighborhood and go around, and you'll see what it looks like.
Yeah.
Right at the very edge.
Basically, yeah.
These streets. Because we came down here before, but we'll turn. Yeah, Leslie, maybe.
Watch out for these youngsters. Yep, we're getting a real view here of the Blair Road neighborhood.
So these houses are probably 50, 60 years old.
So they're from the 50s or 60s.
Yeah. They had a pretty good sized lot in those days, approximately 100 feet wide and 100 feet deep.
Mm-hmm. Do you know anything about who developed this land or anything?
Well, there was a developer by the name of Freure, Freure, Freure.
Freure.
Yeah, a German man, and he built a lot of the homes.
A little bit of...
So again, we're on the Blair Road, which is the road that goes around the edge of the Blair Road neighborhood.
Yeah.
So the Blair Road neighborhood is on the right here. On the left there are a few houses, but the river is below.
Yeah, we're 30,
Yeah,
30 seconds from the river.
Yes.
Down this trail, which we've biked on many times. And there's a park here, which is more of a
part of the Devil's Creek Trail.
Yep. And then there's Devil's Cave, which is, nearby. I guess that's not necessarily a place that people are encouraged to go because it's, down the cliff. There's a cliff over here, actually.
Yeah, we're gonna go close to the cliff.
So you don't want to be walking too close to the edge here over here because there's a steep drop of about 30 feet where you could easily sprain your toe if you were to fall off the edge of that, because the river's down there, and
So you can see how we've gone around in a circle because we're at the back of the Blair Road School again. And the Blair Road School faces the river. So we're going to see the river in a minute.
Right, and that building in the distance, if you can see it, there's a white-ish building. It's across the river. So the river is like between us and the other side of town, i.e. the East Galt side of town.
The Grand River goes right through the middle of Cambridge.
Yeah. We're back on Sunset Boulevard. And pretty soon our tour will be ending.
Can I get to the road?
Yeah,
road down there?
I think so. Watch out for that guy. This is a bit of a traffic hotspot here.
One car.
This guy's causing chaos by just driving.
Yeah, Cambridge is pretty quiet compared to, say, Kitchener-Waterloo to the north.
Yeah.
And Toronto to the east.
Actually, this is not a way to get to the road.
We're trying to get to that little road there. We'll just go around. And so there are a few cul-de-sacs. Courts, like this one.
One time I delivered a pizza on this street and somebody yelled at me.
Let's go down this way one more time. And go around the other way. So we're still in Blair Road Neighbourhood.
Yep, we were here before, but we're here again. And the school is here. There's the solar panels.
We're trying to get to the river, which is right on the other side of those houses.
Yep.
So we got the Blair Road we're on, and then we got the houses, and they got the other Blair Road on, which is near the river.
As far as homes for sale, we haven't seen a tremendous amount of signs. We've seen one.
Except for the new neighborhood up there.
Yeah, there's probably stuff for sale up there. But here, it's sort of, I guess people stay here for their whole lives, they don't want to move.
It's very central.
It's very central to, like, everything. Like,
you're 55 minutes on a good traffic day from here to downtown Toronto and the CN Tower. 55 minutes.
Yeah, if there's no traffic.
If there's really no traffic.
Yep, I used to do that back when I liked going to Toronto.
So Kitchener-Waterloo is to the north of Cambridge, and London is to the west of Cambridge, and Brantford is to the south of Cambridge.
Yep.
Toronto's to the east.
And there's more of a Roos Park again. And there's that.
This house here on the right, this one was another one of the original farmhouses. They've modernized it, of course.
Yeah, if you look really closely, you can pick out, those farmhouses, I guess.
Right. So when the farmhouses were here, there was nothing else here except farmland.
Right. This was just land.
Very agricultural area. And very industrial in terms of fabrics.
Okay.
A lot of the industries in this area were mills, and they made clothing and shoes, that kind of stuff.
Yep.
So here we are on the River Road.
Yep.
The Blair Road, River Road. And now you can see in front of us there's a whole section of green land. There's lots of walkways and bike trails over there, and the river is right there.
Yep.
We're up on a ridge, on a limestone ridge.
Is this not rare or no?
That's part of the rare
Conservancy or whatever.
Yes, one of the largest conservation areas in Canada is right there. You can park your car, walk along the river, bike, whatever you want to do. But we're going now. So Blair Road Neighbourhood is on the right. The river is on the left. We're on the very edge. If you look across the river over there, you can see the hospital.
Yeah. And this is a 60 zone, so the people behind you are probably wondering why you're going so slow.
Well, I'll go a little faster, but not much, because I don't want a ticket. You'll see the park up ahead where they play baseball and where the fall fair is.
Yeah, we started this whole journey there.
Over there.
The Cambridge Memorial, where I was born.
Right over there.
And were you born there?
No, but there's a new extension onto that hospital. In the last 10 years, they put a new extension on.
There's this little secluded enclave here, which is called what?
I think that's Blair Estates. These are people that have lived in some of the rather large homes in Cambridge. I mean, the really large ones, and they retired into that neighborhood there.
It's called Riverwalk, by the way.
Yeah, it sits on the cliff overlooking the river, and it's kind of like a gated community.
Yeah.
Lots of things in there for sale because, of course, the people die.
Yeah, it's older community.
Older people are in there.
I think you need to go faster. And then this is this part of it
too?
Riverwalk again.
Still part of it. A couple of sold houses there. You buy houses in there and you rent them too. You can rent or buy.
Okay, and this is GCI over here.
That's the famous high school. That was the first high school in Cambridge.
Yeah, it looks a bit like
it's about 200 years old.
Yeah, it looks like a castle or a prison or some kind of a institute, and it's still going to this day. And there's that bridge that once in a while there's someone.
Well, the kids in Blair Road that go to that high school walk across that train bridge even in the winter.
Well, it's happened, yeah.
They're not allowed
not
to,
supposed
but they
to
do it anyway.
And there's River Blessed Park where you can get your canoe out, and yeah, River Blessed Park is important. There's Dixon Park. There's this building, the South Waterloo Agricultural Society, which there's always businesses going in and out of there. There's a place called the Bottle Shop that just closed that was there. Why? Because it always, whatever usually is there is a very nice
and there's
business.
The arena on the right, and now we are out of
Keep going.
Blair Road.
Okay, that's it. See you on the internet.